yay, yay, yay. Hi. Welcome to the live chat, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Hi, Mom of Four. I like that. I like that new name change. Welcome, everyone. If this is your first time joining us on this live chat, make sure you click the subscribe button. Yes, we're finally on. If you've not yet clicked the subscribe button, click it. And the way that you get notified for our live chat is if you click on the bell right next to the subscribe button. That is how you're gonna be there. So thank you. And Abby, thank you. This is the first time you're on our live chat. Thank you so much. Yeah, hey, hi, lady from we're having a lady from Texas. Oh, Chantel, welcome to Keisha. Welcome, Janice, and welcome everyone. And just to let you guys know, if you've not shared out this video, you can share it out because we're going to be talking about some important things. I have my glass of water right here. There's no tea today. Let me get started and then we'll talk about to gel or not to gel. I believe that is my question. Hi, Abby. Oh yes, it's nice to see other people from Nigeria, other Nigerians on this live stream. So let's do some little bit of housekeeping, meaning that I'm going to look at your questions. But the thing is that we are going to look at your questions after we talk about the question that is on here, which is, should you use gel on natural hair? While I go through that, let me know where you're contacting us from. Let me know you can say the country or the state or wherever. Thank you. So I have a lot of gels here. I have the gels, the main gels that I've used. Tell me, which gels have you guys used? List them for us, and so that we can know the gels that I've used. One of the gels that I've used that is not shown here is EcoStyler Argan Gel. That is the one that is like gold and it has a red cap. That one is the one that I've used for years. I love it. The other one that I've used is the Wetline Extreme Gel. The Wetline Extreme Gel, I like it also because it doesn't, unlike EcoStyler, you know EcoStyler, you have to like play around with it. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes when you mix it together, you get flakes in your hair. But I find that with the Wetline Extreme, I don't have to struggle too much. The only problem with the Wetline Extreme Gel is that it gives me this kind of crunchy feeling that I don't like. So the other gels that I have right here, my next one that I like using, I love this type, is the EcoStyler. This is the Black Castor and Flaxseed Gel. I've used this before and this is a new one that I've not opened. I've finished one container of it already. I've also used homemade flaxseed gel. If you want the recipe for my homemade flaxseed gel, just go to the playlist called DIY Natural Hair Products playlist on this channel. That's where you'll find my DIY recipes, you'll find my gel recipes, my deep conditioning, moisturizer. Even if you don't want to buy any hair products anymore, you can use all the products in my DIY list, and a lot of people have been using it and they've had great success from using it. The other gel that I have here is also an EcoStyler. I've been using that now for a little while, you can see, and this is the coconut oil one right here. I've used this, it works okay, and in addition, the last one that I just bought. I just bought this gel and I was talking about it in my last video. I think it was my last video, one of my videos on my live chat. I also do live chats on Facebook, on Discovery Natural channel, so it could have been on there. I don't remember. Anyway, is the no, it was on my family vlog channel, DN Vlogs Live. So it's this Gorilla Snot. Yeah, I just started using it. I still don't understand it, really. I still don't understand it. So anyway, so yeah, so I've been using that and I find that I still don't understand it. The thing about gel is this. Let's get started. The thing about gel is this. Gels, you have to be very careful about using gels. Number one, if you use gels and gels are you just use it on dry hair, you are going to have issues. Number one, some people say, oh, don't use gel on your hair, gel will break your hair. It's because you don't know how to use gel. If you know how to use gel, you realize that when you use gels in your hair, you have to use it on hair that has been moisturized. One thing that I do is this. If I'm going to use gels on my hair, I don't put too much, okay? I actually would say, now, Bambi, you're saying you disagree that you can put gel in dry hair. What is the reason why you feel, let's talk. Why do you feel that it is okay to put gel on dry hair? And I hope you're being serious here. So why do you think it is okay to put gel on dry hair? If you put gel on dry hair, it's gonna kick in there, number one. Number two, if your hair texture is like our hair texture, it's just gonna create, like, the film is just gonna lay on it. One thing that you can do, okay, it says, because the person said, because when I put gel in my hair, it got longer. Gel is a styler, sweetie. Gel is a styler. Gel has nothing to do with growing hair, okay? When it comes to stylers, it comes to products to help you grow your hair, gel just helps you enhance the look of your hairstyle. So what you can do is you can take a spray like water, or I don't know about that. Okay. Yeah. So you can take spray some water in your hair, put some oil, put your cream if you want to, and put gel. You need a barrier. This is spray is like a curl hydration spray by Obier that I've been using on my daughter for all this week, and I find that with them you just take the spray and I just spray it like this, you see, and it makes my hair soft. After spraying it on my hair like this, what you can now do is you can get your moisturizer, you can get oil, you can get any moisturizer. So this is their curl enhancing moisturizer. If you use a curl enhancing product or curl defining product, and you now take the product, you put it, so this is the curl, you can see is, yeah, I'm just trying, yeah, it's like a jelly form. This is also from Obier Natural. Now you take it, okay, and you can put it on it. This is, my hair is not clean, so my hair has some gel on it already, so you can put it on it. After you put it on it, it has a, yes, Bambi, it is this like a hair channel? Yes, it is a hair channel. You probably stepped into this live chat. It is a hair channel. Go to the about button section of this channel and you'll be able to see what this channel is all about. It's all about hair. That's why, to gel or not to gel. You know, should you gel natural hair? That's the title of this live chat. So it's a hair channel. Okay, so you take the moisturizer and you put it on the hair, and then you can take the gel that you want and put it on top. For our hair texture, for our hair, I find that for it, you have to have that barrier if you want your hair to be protected while using gel. Now, some people don't use gel at all, which works okay. So if you're someone that you don't like gels, that's fine. You can use other things. Some people use DIY gels. If that works okay for you, that is fine. So do you use gel? Do you not use gel? Let me know down below. And that is my reasoning, my information about using gel or not using gel. So let's get to the questions of today. If you guys have questions about gels, about using gels or not using gels, let me know. And last thing, I brought my scarf, and the reason why I brought my scarf is because you take the scarf, and if your hair is frizzy, like I have some frizzy parts in it, you just take the scarf and you can just tie down the scarf, blah blah blah, and the scarf will lay the hair and allow the gel to set better. Now, if you have problems with flakes, with gels, what you can do is that you can take your gel, and I've done this demonstration a lot. Yes, I've tried the Wetline Extreme Gel. I've used it many times. If you go to my wash and go playlist, you will see that I use Wetline Extreme a lot. So you can take the gel, put it on your palm like this, and then take the cream that you're going to use underneath the gel. Remember I said use a cream, or you can use oil. Now, take the cream, put it on here like this, and then you mix it together. If it blends, you see how this just disappears. You can see that there's no flakes. This is the curl defining, curl enhancing custard by Obia Natural, and they do have a sale right now. Yes, if you want to see the sale, if you go on their website, if you use the code Discovery Natural, you'll get 40% off all their products. But if you go like this, you see it blends really well. It's almost nothing. Now, if the gel did not work on my hair, what will happen is that when I mix the gel and I mix the custard or the cream with my gel, what will happen is that you see clumps, like white clumps in here. Now, the white clumps, if I take the white clumps and I put it to my hair will have white clumps. Now, you see, this is a combination of the gel and the curl enhancing custard. You see my hair? No change here. So that is how you make sure you don't have flakes in your hair. So that is the end of talking about gels. Now let's get to the fun part, and the fun part is my favorite part, which is talking about answering you guys' questions. So let's make sure the questions are nice questions. Remember, we do not use any curse words. We do not have profanity on this channel, because we have little children who come on this channel to ask me about their hair care, and I have also my children that watch this live chat so that they can learn how to get their hair right. So please, let's keep the profanity, anything out of the way, and we'll get started right now after my cup of tea. Tea water. So okay, I'm gonna start from the beginning. Once again, happy Sunday to you guys. I hope you guys, if you celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving wherever you are. And let's see, the first question we're gonna pick is from, let's see, the creator. It says, hi Discover Natural, I think it's okay as long as you moisturize before putting it. Yes, Nikita, very good. That is correct, as long as you moisturize. And I want to say hello to God Favored Child Botema. Welcome. Thank you for watching our live. And all the other people that are first timers, thank you so much for watching our live chat. Okay, let's move on to the next question right here. Let's see. Okay, Summer Baby wants to know, how do you use gel on natural hair? There are different ways that you can use gel on natural hair. You can use it when you're doing your twist, when you're doing your styles, and what it does is that it sets the style, it holds the style in. You can also use it for what is known as a wash and go. A wash and go, yes, it's like washing your hair. You put your moisturizer or whatever, you put your gel. If you use a gel, what will happen is that when you wash your hair, if you see curls or coils in your hair, the gel helps you to set that. It sets the curl and whatever in your hair. So you can use it that way. You can use it to lay your edges and stuff. So you can use it to lay your edges, and then you can also use it to, thank you. You can also use it to coil your hair. You can use it for so many things. If you want more information on how to use gel, you can check out my natural hair styles playlist, and that will give you information on how to use gels and different styles. So let's move on. We have to do a little bit of housekeeping. I'm looking for a moderator for my live chat, because it's getting bigger and we have people that just come on and they just say rude stuff even after I said don't say rude stuff. People just don't listen. So I'm looking for a moderator, so I'll be working on getting a moderator for this live chat. And there's so many other things that I'm looking into putting in the year 2018. I'm actually thinking of creating another channel solely for live chat. So if you guys think that's a good idea, that's what I'm planning to do. So all our live chats will go on that channel and we'll go from there. So yeah, okay, let's keep on going. So the next one, Fatima. Hi, Fatima. So she says, does edge cream cut 4C edges? Please, I'm high for porosity here, if that helps. Now, edge cream, this is one thing. The edge cream, you have to be very careful. If you don't, it's the same as gels. Edge cream, gels, edge creams and edge tamers are just thicker paste types of gels. Now if you put that in your hair and you're kind of slapping it on over and over again, what will happen is that it will sit on your hair, it will make your hair drier. Now gels are good, but there are also some bad gels. When you get gels, you want to look at the ingredient list. Now some gels have alcohol in it. Some people don't even use EcoStella gel because some of the ingredients are questionable. I use EcoStella gel. I've never had an issue with it, but some people, the main thing I don't like is I don't use gels that have alcohol. They're good alcohol, they're bad alcohol. So know the bad alcohol, you can Google it. If you use those gels, they will dry your hair out, they will cause breakage. So understanding what those are, that can really help you out. Now the next one is hi Christy, oh Catherine hi. Okay, hi Michelle finally made it. And I Naomi, thank you so much. Thank you. So let's see if we have another question right here. Gwen says, have I used the Wetline Extreme? Yes, I've used it. And Abby says, is using a do-rag ideal to protect kids' hair? You can use do-rags. I use it for my kids. It's okay, but one thing is this: if you find that when you are using the do-rag, try not to tie it on the edges. If you tie it, you want to tie it on the forehead. Try not to tie too tightly. If you find that the hair dries out when using it, look for materials like silk materials. Look for materials that are like satin, not polyester. Just really soft materials like this that will not keep the hair dry. So you want to be really careful when using that. Okay, let's keep on going. So okay, God favored child says, my hair is natural but I'm losing it, can you help me out? When you say you are losing your hair, there are different kind of hair loss, so I'll have to understand further. You can send me a message on Facebook and I can work with you one-on-one, and our Facebook page is called Discovery Natural. Now the thing is this: if you're losing your hair, are you losing your hair due to breakage, or is your hair shedding? Shedding meaning that your hair naturally falls out, the ends of your hair, you have white things at the ends of your hair. Or does your hair break where you have just no white stuff and your hair just breaks all the time? Some reasons that you might be losing hair could be aging. It could be health reasons. It could be that you're not caring for your hair well. It could also be that, maybe your hair is not moisturized enough and it's breaking and blah blah blah, things of that sort. It could also be that maybe you just had a baby and you could be losing your hair that way. So there are different reasons. So I can't really say this is why without knowing the background story. So that's why I always stop it when people have questions like that. I'm like, okay, send me a message on Facebook, let's work one-on-one. And I've done that with so many people this week alone. I don't want to get started. I had so much fun because I worked and I did so many things, but I had some free time and I was able to work with some wonderful, lovely ladies and a gentleman with their hair. So contact me on Facebook and we'll go from there. Let's keep on going. So the next question that I have is from Melanie. She says, how do I stop frizz at the front of my hair? So when you have frizz at the front of your hair, is the front of your hair shorter? Now, if it's a kind of frizz that is just from the styles, or your hair is shorter, it depends. There are different things that you can do. If it's using gels to just tame it down, or even if it's that you're gonna use when you moisturize your hair, you put water. You can use castor oil. Some people don't use gel, they'll use castor oil instead. So you can use castor oil and just tie a scarf, and when you're going out, before you go out, you remove the scarf. That kind of tames it down. Will it completely get rid of all the frizzy hair? No, it will not. It will not completely get rid of it. So my thing will be just to be careful with putting too much over time. So when you wash your face, you might just want to rinse that area out a little bit if you decide to reapply the product again. Okay, so I'm going to, let me see, I'm going to make someone a moderator now, and I hope the person doesn't mind me making her a moderator. I appreciate Takesha. I hope you don't mind me making you as a moderator. So I'm going to make you a moderator right now on my channel. And I want to say thank you because I know you don't mind. Takesha has been such a wonderful person in terms of watching our channel all the time. So she's on our live chat today. So she's our moderator right now. She has been commenting. So Takesha, if you see anybody saying any bad stuff, you know what to do. Just click on that block. Go ahead and block. We don't need people just disrupting the flow of the live chat. You see how much time it has taken me to explain why people, this is why I don't want people to say bad things. Thank you so much, Takesha. Really, really appreciate you. Thank you, sweetheart. Okay, let's move on. So the next question we have, you see, because now I got to scroll all the way up, look at where I stopped, and that is why I need a moderator, and I'm so grateful, Takesha. So, okay, let's move on. The next thing that let me see, where did I stop? Okay, freeze. Okay, Melanie, I hope that helps you. So, Dorothy's, oh, hi, long time, I've not seen you in a while. She says, I don't think they have made a gel for my hair type. Nothing works. Oh, not even. Okay, yeah. So the thing with gels, make sure that there are different ways you can use gels. There's even when you make your own gel, if you put too much water, it lightens it up. It doesn't make it work as well if your hair is more coarse. But if you reduce the amount of water when you create your own gel, it makes it thicker. So the thicker the gel, the more, and if your hair is very coarse, you want to use thick gels. So if like my oldest daughter, I tried to use this in her hair, it didn't work so much. But for my hair, I've used this. This is like day number 3 that my hair has been laid like this. I've not reapplied it. So yeah, okay. So Valeria says, what is a good moisturizer? My hair is always dry. Please help me. When your hair is always dry like that, people, let me tell you something. When your hair is very dry like that, yes, you can say what is the best moisturizer. It comes from, let's start off, just back it up. Okay, to your wash day. When you wash your hair, if you are not deep conditioning your hair, it doesn't help. Okay, so if you deep condition your hair, it helps you in infusing more moisture in your hair. You see that your hair will change in terms of the moisture will hold better. So I will say, number 1, make sure you are deep conditioning your hair. And then when it comes to moisturizing your hair, use a method. You can use a method called LOC method, which is you take water, like a liquid like this, you spray it in your hair. Okay, now make sure you pat it in. You can take an oil, put the oil, and then you can take a cream and put the cream. and that's it. Now you can try working with different kind of moisturizers, because if you have a high porosity hair, look for moisturizers that have aloe in it. Those work well. If you have low porosity hair, you can also use those kind of products, but you have to play around with products. The best products that I've used right now is I've used TGIN has been a great one. The buttercream, this has been good. I've used this as a moisturizer, even though it's a curl enhancer. They also have another product. European Naturals has another product. So if you want to try them out, fine. Which one? Eden Body Works Curl Enhancing Smooth. Eden Body Works Curl Defining Cream has been good. As I Am has also been good for my daughter who is high porosity. She used the Long Locks Curl Enhancing Smoothie, so that has been good. So that is just a few for you. So Gwen says, so it is okay to use good, because I was just going for okay, good. Yeah, try that Wetline. Wetline is good. So I've not used the Got to Be Glued gel before. So yeah. So Catherine says, is it possible to do a wash and go without using a gel? Yes, Miss Miller. Yes. So if you go to the wash and go hairstyle playlist, you'll see that I've done a wash and go with conditioner only. I've done a wash and go using mousse. Yes, mousse. I've done wash and go using just oils and stuff. You can do, and even using just the curl enhancing, custard. You don't have to use gels all the time for your hair. So you just have to play around with what, you just have to play around with what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and things of that sort. But give it a try. You don't have to use gel. If you want a softer look to your wash and go, then you can just not use gel. If you want your hairstyle to last longer, use gels, but then you might have to scrunch out the cast, because when you use gel in your hair, it gives it this hard look. So you can take a little bit of oil, put the oil in your hair and scrunch it, and that will kind of break the cast, so that you don't have that helmet look. I can shake it out. So yeah. So Blue Rose says, is it good to keep a natural iron out? Is it good to iron out your hair? Let me tell you something. I've never flat iron my hair. I don't know if I'll ever flat iron my hair. If I do, I'll put on the video. But I found other ways to straighten my hair or stretch my hair. So I'm always afraid of heat. If you decide to use heat in your hair, what you can do is that you can protect your hair first. So you can use a heat tamer like a spray and stuff, and that will help you with reducing the heat damage you get to your hair. But let me tell you something, you can still get heat damage even with using a heat tamer. If you use too much heat and your hair, the way your hair strand is made up, if your hair strand is one that doesn't tolerate a lot of heat, then you can have heat damage. So it really all depends on your hair. So if you want to take the risk, I'm just not a risk taker when it comes to my hair, because I love my hair. I love my hair, how it curls up, how it does interesting stuff, and it's very healthy. I've worked very hard to get it to be this healthy. So I don't want to do anything that would jeopardize it. So yeah. Drink your water, guys. If you're not drinking your water, please stop and go get a cup of water. So Gwen says she has a question about trimming ends. Okay, ask your question. That would have been a nice place to put your question. So ask your question. Okay, so naturally Dawn. Hi Dawn. Hey. She says, I used to okay, she used to, when she wears, okay, so she used to use the Got to Be Glued a few times. So yeah. Hey girl, hey, says, what do you think about Gorilla Snot? By the way, I'm 11 years old. Thank you for joining us. Now, people, you see why I don't like bad words on this channel? She is an 11-year-old girl and she's coming here to learn about her hair. Thank you for spending your Sunday with me. What do I think about Gorilla Snot? One thing is this, I'll tell you, if you're going to get the Gorilla Snot, please get the one that comes in a tube. Don't get the jar. The reason why I don't want you to get the jar is this. When I was trying to apply it on my daughter's hair, I didn't realize how sticky it is. Look at that. And it travels. See that? I can make a design with it. See? It travels. And it's very messy. I'm trying to remove it from my hand right now. It's very messy. If you're a Nigerian and you eat okra soup, if you guys eat okra soup, that is the consistency of it. Is nasty. And one thing is that I noticed is, unlike my gels, it does flake. I've tried it. At first I thought it wouldn't flake on my hair, and the next day it flaked like the, yes, banga soup, yes, it flaked like the second day. Okay, and then it's just, look at that, it's totally snot. It's, yeah. And to get it out of my hand, I'm gonna wash my scarf, so this scarf will be washed. But yeah, what do I think about it? Does it last? If it depends on your hair texture. If your hair texture is light, like thin strands, very light, it lasts. My oldest daughter, it just lasted a few hours. It didn't last long. So it's cheap. This was $2.50, I believe. But, and the ingredients are not natural. I mean, yeah. So that's my take on that. Agbabi says, how often should I wash my hair? Now, the amount of time you should wash your hair, I'm going to start, like how we do on this live chat. If this is your first time on this live chat, what I do sometimes, most of the time, is if there are questions that people have asked, I'll put links to that question as a video. So, for example, someone just asked, how often should they wash their hair? Let me move my computer closer. So how often should they wash their hair? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put the answer right there. Now, the consistency at which you wash your hair, it really depends on what you do, your activity. If you're someone that you sweat a lot, and so this is how often you should wash your hair. If you're someone that you sweat a lot, you might want to wash your hair more often. If you're someone that you don't sweat a lot and you have scalp issue, or if you have scalp issue, you might want to wash your hair more often. It depends on so many factors. Some people can go without washing their hair for a couple of weeks, whereas some people have to wash their hair in the middle of the week. So just make sure that you assess your own hair. I don't go by other people's rules, like, oh, wash your hair as a natural, you should wash your hair every single week. Because for some people, it doesn't work. For some people, I find that if they wash their hair every single week, their scalp gets very dry. And dry scalp is not fun at all. If you want to know more about scalp, dry scalp and scalp treatment, look at my latest video that I just put out. I have a lot of information about dry scalp. I have an oil mix that I've started using that has helped me in terms of my dry scalp, and also different methods that you can use for helping with your hair growth, especially because hair grows from the scalp. So yeah. Okay. So now the next one. Hi Janice. Hi Janice. Janice Miller, welcome again to our live chat. And our question was, what's a good natural oil for fussy natural hair and moisturizer for dry hair? I talked about moisturizer earlier, so you can, I'm sure you heard that one. Good oil. The best oil for your scalp will be any oil that has jojoba in it, because jojoba is the oil that is closest to our hair sebum. But jojoba oil is very expensive. Now, for fussy hair, I like using castor oil. Castor oil is one of the best oils, but it can be thick. So I will say take the castor oil with olive oil, add peppermint oil. That's a very simple oil. You can create your own oil mix from it. I make my own oil mix. So yeah, so we can do that too. Now, the next thing is this. Whenever it comes to all all you have to understand that some people, if like rosemary oil, if you're someone that you use rosemary oil and you have high blood pressure, you might want to stop using it, because rosemary oil and there's some other oils that actually cause issues with the blood pressure medication. Grapeseed oil is also good. So I like grapeseed oil because number one, grapeseed oil, it gives a nice shine. If you're someone that you like using serums in your hair, serums, which is, it makes your hair glossy and shiny. Serums have some silicones can dry out hair. So instead of using serums, use those freeze control. Instead of using serums, I want you guys to use grapeseed oil instead of it. Okay, it's a little bit lighter than castor oil. It's not as heavy as castor oil. Another thing about castor oil is that sometimes when some people use castor oil, it causes their scalp to itch. The reason why when you use castor oil and your scalp itches is that castor oil is kind of like a detoxifying oil. What it does is that it goes in, and any toxins, bad toxins you have in your scalp, it will cleanse it out. And when it's doing that, the process of it removing the bad toxins from your scalp, that is what causes the itchiness that you get when you use castor oil. So if you do have to use castor oil and it's itching crazy, reduce the frequency at which you use castor oil, or reduce the amount of castor oil you're using, or what you can do, just keep on using it, but slowly. Maybe if you're using it every single day, stop. Use it like 2 or 3 times a week, then build it up as your hair stops being itchy, because castor oil will clean out the toxin and help you out. Castor oil is an excellent oil for you. So let's move on to the next question. Yeah. So Takesha says, thanks so much for showing me how to get my hair to stop itching. Thank you so much, Takesha. Felicia says, how often do you wash your hair? I believe I've answered the question. It depends on how much working out I'm doing, how much I'm sweating, what my scalp is telling me. My scalp always tells me when it's time to wash my hair. Usually I tell you in the summertime, I wash my hair more frequently than in the wintertime. Wintertime, I wash my hair like once every 2 weeks. I've even gone last month or the month before, I washed my hair once a month, and it was fine. It did fine. What I did in between those time was I did use green tea on my scalp. Green tea acts as a conditioner. It conditions your scalp. It gives you nutrients and other stuff, and that actually helped me a lot with that. So let's move on. Hi, Avis. Hi, Gloria. How are you doing? I hope you're enjoying this wonderful Houston weather we're having. We are blessed. It's not snowing. And on the news today, I was watching the early morning news, and they said nowhere in the United States is it snowing right now. So today is a perfect day, I believe. Okay, so let's keep on going. How often do you wash your kids' hair? I don't wash my oldest daughter's hair. She's 13 right now, and she washes her hair herself. She washes her hair, I believe she washes her hair once every 2 to 3 weeks. She washes her hair. My youngest daughter, I wash her hair every other week in the winter time. So yeah, but then once every 2 months, I'll go in there and I'll wash my oldest daughter's hair if she lets me. So this is how I know. I will check her scalp and I'll see if she's doing a good job at washing her hair. If she's not doing a good job, then I'll have to tell that girl. I'll sit down with her and let her know, okay, you're missing a spot, make sure you're washing your hair. But she's been doing really good. She's been washing her hair now for a couple of months, nearly a year now, and she's been very good. Her hair has been growing. She has made some mistakes along the way. If you guys are on Instagram, I want you guys to follow us on Instagram, because we do live chat. And this past week, during the week, she showed a wash routine, like what she does and issues she's having. If you want to know how to teach your kids how to wash their hair, how to care for their hair, so that you'll be liberated. Freedom, Las Vegas. Okay. So what you can do is you can check that playlist called Teaching Your Child About Natural Hair. I teach you how to teach your child how to detangle your hair, how to detangle their hair, how to learn about their porosity, how to wash their hair. We go step by step. I do kind of like an instructional process where my youngest daughter, she was 8 years old at that time, and I taught her how to wash her hair. So she washes her hair once with my supervision, so that by the time she's 10 years old, she'll be able to wash her hair herself. That is my goal. Yes, she'll be able to wash her hair herself, and I'll be able to take a break and then supervise her, because I want them to be like good citizens of planet Earth. I don't want them to be spoiled and dependent. I don't want them to have to let other people, do their hair. Yeah, if they can save that knowledge of caring, loving their hair, just love your hair. If at a young age they can learn to struggle with their hair and understand it, they'll be so much better than I was at their age. So let's move on. Okay. So Beverly was saying, is there another way to do wash and go without gel? I've answered that question. Yes. Look at the wash and go hairstyle, a wash and go natural hairstyle playlist, and you'll see different ways. Thank you, Abby, for that feedback on creating a separate channel for live chat. I am going to do that. I'm working on it. Once I get the channel set up, in order to make the channel official, YouTube wants me to have 100 subscribers on that channel. So I'll probably put something on my Facebook page and ask you guys to subscribe while I put information on that channel. But I'm still debating on what I'm gonna call the name. So okay, so Agabi says, please talk more about After Big Chop. So After Big Chop, I have let me tell you something. After Big Chop, you are talking about what to do. I do have a video that you'll probably want to, that I talked in big length about what to do after Big Chop. So this is it. It will be the short natural hair care. So check that out. Thank you so much, Melanie, for joining us. She says that she wants to watch all of the recorded chats because, oh yeah, I deleted some of them. Actually, all of them. I'm moving them over to another channel. As I said, once I have that set up, I'll let you know. If you have Facebook, follow me on Facebook page Discovery Natural, and also follow me on Instagram at Discovery Natural. That's where I'll be giving you the, the information about what the channel will be called, where to subscribe, because I deleted a lot of the chat, but yeah, sorry about that. So East KC Chick says, do I have any tips on length retention? Yes, I do, and it's 3:45. We have 15 more minutes. So now I'm going to be answering your question by links. So if I have any links that have any videos that I've done, that I've already done, I will put the video link out. So get ready to copy the video links, because once I'm done, I'll probably take all the video links and put them in as the first comment in the comment area. So about length retention, let's see, tension. Okay. Out to length. Let me see this. Okay, so this is the video that you want, and this is for East KC Chick. Okay, awesome. So Kick Kim 426 is, what are some other gels you can use on natural hair? The other ones that I've used are EcoStyler gels, argan. I've also used my flaxseed gel. There's a DIY. I have a DIY on how to make your own gels, and I've also used Wetline Extreme Gel. So there are other gels out there, but those are the ones I've also used. So Gwen says, I trim my ends 1 week and they would feel smooth for 1 to 2 weeks. After that, they will start looking dry and frizzy. What could I be doing wrong with my ends? This is what you could be doing wrong. You might not be sealing your ends. And what does sealing your ends mean? It means that when you moisturize your hair, so let me tell you something. I'm going to take down my hair and I'll give you an example of what I do. And this has been helping me a lot. I'm protecting styling right now. You guys don't know. Yes, this is a low manipulative protective style and my hair has grown so much using this method. So this is my hair right now. Okay, it's shrunken up because it's wet. My ends, these are my ends. So what I do is every other day I will take my hair, sorry, it's not, and then I'll take sections of it when I'm moisturizing. I'll get my spray, and this is the spray I'm using. If I don't use this, I'm using my green tea. I've been using my green tea mainly on my scalp, and then this hydrating spray, I just use it the way I was using earlier. So you just get your spray, and I'll spray the ends of my hair, squeeze it. This is a method of sealing in your ends. So you squeeze the moisture in there. You get your oils. If you don't have oils, you can use olive oil. I like using castor oil because castor oil has a thicker viscosity. So put that in there. Once you put your oils, you get your cream like this. Once you get your cream, take a little bit of it and then take your hair that you sprayed, the ends, and put it on it. Literally paint it on it. Okay. Some people also use aloe vera gel because it closes the cuticles, it makes it smoother. This is what is known sealing in your ends. This is one way you can retain length after moisturizing your old hair, because this keeps your hair, your ends from breaking. When your ends break, you don't retain length. So I've been doing this a lot and I find that it has really been helping with my hair and it has been helping with the growth and everything. So yeah, I tend to keep my hair like past bra length, so because I can't deal with all that hair. So this is my hair, and of course it's gonna shrink at the end. So after I do that, what I also do is that I don't like my hair dragging on my clothes. So at night, you can just take it and I tuck it in. And that also keeps it moist, okay? It keeps the moisture in all the time. So that's something that you can try doing. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Let me go on here. Okay, let's see. So Eva Doe says, I'm tired of braiding my hair and I want to wear my natural hair in twist and flat twist, but I'm afraid my hair will break because I live in a country with harsh winter. It's so, one thing is this, when you wear your hair in twist or flat twist, moisturize it really well. If you're gonna wear a winter cap, you want to make sure you protect your hair. So you put on a bonnet and then you put on your winter hat, and that will keep your hair from breaking. When you get home, you can re-moisturize your hair. Make a spray and take the spray and just spray your hair before you go to bed. Like that. Okay? Once you do that, make sure you squeeze in your moisture in there. So I'm squeezing it in, and the reason why I squeeze it in is because I have low porosity hair, and whenever I spray any moisturizer to my hair, it just sits on it. So I have to squeeze it in. Don't forget about your edges. Always moisturize your edges too. Okay, so moisturize your edges, and then you tie down your scarf. You can tie your scarf, or you can just put on your bonnet. Now, for those people wondering what products I'm using the OBN Natural products. On their website right now, they're doing this Black Friday sale because I want you guys to get on it. And just go to obnnatural.com. Use the code Discovery Natural because they gave me this code, and you can use it. Use the code Discovery Natural to get 40% off. So what I do is I just take the scarf, and this is what I do at night. I take the scarf, I put it to my forehead, tie it down like this, Okay. If the scarf is not enough for you to hold in moisture, you see my hair is like this. I just take this and I sweep it like that. And I'm good for the day. So that's what you can do. So Takesha says, when I twist my hair stretches out for a day, then my hair will shrink up the day after. What can I do to keep my hair stretched and twist out for more than a day? The thing is this, when you have your hair in a twist out, the moisture, if the moisture gets into your hair, if the moisture gets to your hair, and your hair is healthy, your hair will shrink. That is just nature. The only thing that you can do to keep it stretched out is you could just create chunkier twist, and that can help. Some other people would band their hair, like put the hair tie, and they'll band their hair. So imagine this your hair, and they just band it, okay, to keep it stretched. Now, if you're someone that you're looking into defined curls, your curls might not be defined after that, but your hair is going to shrink up. That is just the nature of our hair. So there's something that we just have to like embrace, and it is what it is. Okay, so Kick Kim 426 says, what are some good textured scarves to use on your hair? I don't understand that, but if you're looking for scarves, where to find scarves, you can find different scarves. I use silk scarves all the time. This is a silk scarf. I believe my husband got it from China, but you can get scarves in different places. So here are some places that you can get your scarves from. Okay, so that helps. Cinnamon Cookie, thank you. My Thanksgiving was really well. We had a wonderful time with the family. We went to the Thanksgiving parade in Houston, and if you want to see the parade, you can check it out on Discovering on DN Vlogs Live channel. So that's the channel that is about our family, and yeah, so you can always go to that channel if you want to see what I'm doing when it's not pertaining to hair. We release a video every Wednesdays and Saturdays on that channel. So it's a nice channel. My daughter does video, like right now she's gonna do a video that talks about how to study. She's in 7th grade. She's studying for the SAT. Yes, in 7th grade. Don't get me started. She's been studying. She came back from church. She studied, and she's gonna take the exam, I believe, next Saturday. We'll see what happens. Yeah, already. Yeah, I don't think it's like a serious exam. It's just to see, because she's GT, which means she's gifted, talented. So you just want to see how, if she does well, does that mean she goes to college? I don't know. I think it's the parents' choice if she's gonna go to college. So if he does really well and she's like, I want to go to college now, I'll be like, you might be brain ready, but are you socially ready? I don't think so. So okay. Now, if you have short hair, you still have to deep condition. Abby, you still have to deep condition. Deep condition will help you in moisture retention and reduce dryness in your hair. So someone asks, how can you stop dryness from happening after you wash your hair? Use a leave-in conditioner, and then also use a good moisturizer. Don't just wash your hair and put oil in it. I would say use a leave-in conditioner and use a moisturizer in your hair, and that is how you can stop it. And if your hair is long enough, put your hair in twist so that it locks in that moisture that you've put in, and then the next day you can style it whichever way you want. Also, how often should you moisturize? You should moisturize as often as your hair is dry. If your hair needs to be moisturized every day, moisturize every day. So Stacey says, is it bad if you use gel a considerable amount and once a week to put on your hair up in a place until the next? I do use LCO method before putting gel. I'll say, this is one thing I'll say. If you're using gel every day, I don't think you should use gel every day. What you should do is that use the gel you can use the gel beginning of the week. And then if you feel that you need to reassess, like reapply the gel, take a spray of water, a moisturizer, and spray, okay, and spray your hair and use that to reactivate the gel instead of slapping it on. Middle of the week, if you need to use gel, use gel. I would only say use gel maybe once during the week, and that will help a lot. So Matiana, thank you so much for asking to be a moderator. Thank you. Okay, so Dark is Beautiful says, what can I use on my son's hair because his hair is very frizzy? One thing you can do is, let me give you a link. Here is something that can help you for all those people that are struggling with frizzy hair and all that stuff. This video goes way in depth and it can help you out. Did I put it? Did I put a link there? I think I did. I'm not sure. Yeah, I did. Okay. So Cindy says, can you use gel on your hair if it's wet, and can gel damage your hair? You can use gel. Can gel damage your hair? It depends on how you're using it. And it depends on the gel. If the gel is a gel that has alcohol in it, bad alcohol, it can affect your hair. Make sure you moisturize your hair before using gels. That will be helpful. Now, Takesha says, does curl enhancing curl a person's hair very tightly? No, what it does is that if you have like that coil pattern, it will enhance. That's why it's called enhancing. It will enhance it. Let me give you guys the website again. So the website is obeahnaturals.com, and then you want to use code Discovery Natural if you decide to buy it. Okay, so whatever the curl you have in your hair, it will enhance it. So that is what it does. Okay, it is 4 o'clock right now, nearly. So I'm going to answer a few more questions. If I did not answer a question, I'm still going to answer the question in the comment area. So the first comment you'll see are answers to your question. And that usually takes about an hour for YouTube to process this video. And then I will answer your question. The next question was, what do you think about coloring hair? Coloring your hair, just remember that if you color your hair, your hair will, in terms of moisturizing, you have to make sure you moisturize your hair. You have to make sure you deep condition. It is high maintenance. High maintenance. That's why the only way I will color my hair is by using eyeshadow. So I use eyeshadow in my hair. I have a video, I have like 2 or 3 videos where I use eyeshadow, and it's so beautiful. My hair and it lasts me. So if I use eyeshadow, I'll use it for the week. It will last me that week, and I even can moisturize my hair and the color stays. So that's the only way yeah, it's called hair shadowing. So you can find the video on how I color my hair with eyeshadow. Yeah, let me get one more question. Hi, Miss Blue, welcome. Oh yeah, you watched the parade. The parade was really, really good. So you said about castor oil, I found out I'm allergic. Why do you think you're allergic to castor oil? Is it because it itches you? If it's because it itches you, my dear, I don't think you're allergic to it. But if you are allergic, if a doctor has told you you're allergic to it, then you're allergic to it. If the only reason why you are allergic to it is because it itches, I talked about how castor oil, if you use too much of it, it will itch. And the only reason why it will itch is because it's removing the toxin. So go back and watch what I said about castor oil. I really talked about it in full length. So go back and watch. Let's see. If you don't want to use castor oil, you can try using, man, castor oil is such a good oil. Let me think about that. Send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. Let me think about that. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm using a moisturizer. My mom recommends to stop flakes in my hair. However, my hair dries out quickly. What do you recommend? Now, if the moisturizer is a drying moisturizer, is a moisturizer that dries out your hair, look at the ingredients of it. There are other moisturizers out there. TGIN has a good moisturizing line. Obia Natural also has a good moisturizing line. It depends on what is available in your area, but always look at the ingredients and make sure that it's ingredients. If it's that a product has too much silicone, as the silicone is drying out your hair, that could be why. So we have about 12 seconds left in this live chat according to our timer right there. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us in this live chat. I'll keep you updated as to me using another channel for live chat, and we'll go from there. Have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. If you've not yet subscribed, please subscribe down below and give us a thumbs up so that YouTube will know that this channel live chat is bubbling. Okay, we'll talk to you in the next chat, and see you. Thank you so much to Keisha for moderating this live chat. I really appreciate you. It made my life so much easier. So if you're here next Sunday, you will be the moderator again. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Thank you. Let me see. Oh, you know what? Yeah.